right, good to go?
Good to go.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. This is episode number 4. Yeah, I'm doing this a whole month now. Yeah, and we're still having fun doing it. That's the most important thing, right?
That's what we're telling each other.
So we keep telling each other.
That's right.
So how you doing this week, Rob?
Doing all right, sir. Doing all right. It's been a busy gaming week.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep that in the audio. It's been
Okay,
a busy week. Lots to talk about. How about you?
You know what? I once in a while you get like I don't know, like gaming's a pretty big part of my life, and I play games everywhere, like whenever I can, right? And there's been this one game that I just like I keep thinking about over the years, and I've been looking for, and every once in a while, like one of the many like Facebook groups I'm part of for like retro gaming, I'll just pop in there and I'll drop in a question. So there's this top-down shooter that I've been trying to find out what it is for literally years because I've wanted to play it again. And I wrote up the best description I could, and I posted it to this retro page. And someone actually finally pointed me in the right direction. And this top-down shooter is called Slap Fight.
Slap fight?
Slap Fight.
Okay.
And it was only it was ported to the Mega Drive, not to the Genesis.
Okay.
And it also appeared on like the Amiga and a bunch of other, like, because it's a game from '86. Okay, so a bunch of other like computer systems that were in and around that time. But I hopped on eBay and found a copy, and it's on its way to me, and I can't wait to try it. Just
Wow. Okay.
just
Okay.
finally, like I was so happy that I find like just one of those things that's been just itching at the back of my mind for years, and I'm finally gonna get to play it again.
So I got a potential stupid question for you.
Okay,
You ordered a Mega Drive cart.
yes,
Is it going to play in the Genesis?
no, but it should play my Retron 5.
Okay. Okay. Good to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No. It should play my Retron 5 because it plays Genesis and
Good stuff.
Mega Drive cartridges.
So was it expensive or was it a
No,
fairly cheap game?
like $15 it came to, and that's bare bones, just a ratty looking cartridge coming my way.
That's awesome. Well, we're
But
gonna
like,
have to see some video of that.
yeah, man, but like the complete in boxes were going for $250.
Right.
But I mean, without doing any research, I don't know how legit that is,
Sure, you bet. You
whether it's
bet.
just highly boosted or not. But yeah,
Well,
do
good to hear.
you wanna move on here,
Let's
or
move on.
got anything you wanna talk about from the
Mm,
week? No,
not yet. Let's
not yet.
get on with the
Let's get on to some official stuff. Okay.
official business.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off with some news. Um, Pokemon Go. I still actively play it daily, and they released Generation 5 on September 16th. Um, and yeah, a lot more Pokemon to catch.
A few more pokey people.
Yeah, some of the names are of the new ones out there are like Snivy and Oshawott and Patrat, Lillipup.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's good.
I'm not much into the lore, um, or very deep into the game. I just like playing the game. It's fun.
Good to
So
hear. Well, that's the main thing, right? Well, good. Glad to hear it.
there's
Do you have,
not much more to say than that. I mean, there'll be a bunch of new evolutions to existing stuff, and just a whole lot
sure.
more Pokemon to catch.
So is it still a big deal? Like, are a lot of people still doing the Pokemon Go or?
Actually, yeah, I just read an article that um, that Niantic, the company that does the Pokemon stuff for Nintendo, had a record month last month based on Pokemon Go revenues.
Oh, Well, good to
So
hear.
it's funny. I've been playing the game since it came out, and I can honestly say I don't think I've spent a dime on it.
Well, that's always good. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure they're raking in lots of money from it, but
yeah.
you
I
can
mean,
still play without spending the money. That's a big deal.
it is, and like they really make it so that you're not trapped into playing or paying. Like they don't do something silly like you can only catch 5 things a day, or else you got to pay more, or like how all these other mobile type games,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
hook you in, right? And all you got to do is have a little patience and actually play daily, which I do, and I'm getting rewarded for it.
Oh, right on. Right on. Good to hear.
Like I almost feel like sometimes I should spend a little money in it, but I never reach a point where there's something that I'm lacking in the game. I'm also not a very advanced player on it, so
Sure. Sure.
what do you got for us news wise?
What do I got? Well, it was an awfully big week, but this week my news story was the Sega Genesis Mini finally coming out. It's pretty cool. It's
How's it been working? I guess is the big
it's my favorite of the minis so far. I can honestly say
okay.
it's honestly the design quality of it. The controllers feel exactly or very very close to what I remember a 3-button classic controller feeling like.
Nice.
I mean, the attention to detail. It's got a little volume slider for the that actually slides back and forth. It looks like a Genesis Model 1.
Okay.
Cartridge slot pops open and shut. It's even got on the side, if you pop it open, it's got the slot where the Sega CD port would have been on the Genesis.
Right.
Yeah, the games are mixed bag. There's some really good ones, some ones that are very important but don't play very well. Like I'm glad Mega Man Wily Wars is on there
Okay.
for the importance of it, but it is really the least best, the least good,
The least gooder
the
of
least gooder way to play it. It is it does not play well. I'm glad it's on there, but in North America, the only way you could play it was by downloading it from the Sega channel,
oh.
which as a couple of former Shaw employees, well, okay, you still work at
I
Shaw.
still work at Shaw.
Spoilers, I mean, we have jobs. No one has sent Ryan $5 yet, so we cannot afford to
Yeah.
retire on this gig. But if you want to, hashtag send Ryan $5. We'll include his PayPal information at the end of the podcast, so stay tuned for that.
And if you feel sorry for Rob not having a job, hashtag send Rob 20.
I'm not going to say you can't do that. Anyway, the Genesis Mini.
Yeah.
The build quality is great. There's some really, really good games on there. Like I love Castlevania Bloodlines. Strider is still the best version of Strider, short of the arcade ROM. The Streets of Rage 2. The controllers, it comes with the 2 controllers, the 6-foot cords, which is great because
Nice.
the original NES one had was it like 4 inches.
Yeah.
Not a great cord. It comes with the HDMI, the power brick, the cable for the brick, which I mean a lot of the stuff now, like the PlayStation Mini, didn't come with half of that. But as far as some of the games, there were some that people would say should have been on there, like Sonic 3 for sure should have been on there. But I've heard rumors that there's some problems because there's some Michael Jackson music on there. As far as licensing it would have been very expensive.
Right.
A couple games in there, you wonder what the heck they were doing, like Virtual Fighter 2, the Genesis port. Not a good game. Not a good game. No, not at all.
But that's something out of their wheelhouse, right? Like it's a Sega game, correct?
Yes, yeah, but
so,
the Sega Saturn version is very good, very true. The Genesis one, it was released right at the end, and it's not good. And same with Eternal Champions. That's a really bad fighting game. But the biggest complaint about the Sega Genesis Mini, if you buy it in Japan, you get 6-button controllers.
Yeah.
You buy it in North America, you get 3. But you can go buy some 8-bit do ones for whatever they go for. And it doesn't. If you're going to do that, and they say what's truer to the what you got with the original Genesis, don't include games like Street Fighter 2 or Comic Zone or all these games that would benefit greatly from having the six
Right,
button controller.
right.
But that's just slight nitpicky. Everything else is very playable. The emulation, so far as I've seen, is solid. Not really any audio problems I can hear. So it's
Does it?
def-
Sorry to interrupt. Does it have the like save states and everything too?
yes, you
Okay,
bet. You got 4 save states per game. You can set the CRT settings to add scan lines and
awesome.
different backgrounds and stuff. It's very well done. And the 42 games, I mean, honestly, you could do a lot worse. It's really worth getting, and it's my favorite one of the minis so far. So
Awesome.
good job, M2. And that was me talking way too long about the Sega Genesis Mini.
Hey,
So
if it's something you're passionate about, I mean, take all the time you want.
it's true, I'm a passionate kind of guy. That's what I am.
Um,
What about you, Ryan? What's your
I'm having kind of a slow news week this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not a lot caught my attention, but one thing did. Um, my sister and I used to watch The Wizard all the time. We had taped it off one of the free preview weekends of Super Channel and just wore that VHS tape right out. Like I loved, she loved it for whatever reason because she was young and a kid, and
sure?
I just loved it because it was all Nintendo stuff in there and the whole Power
Mm-hmm.
Glove thing, and yeah. But they're releasing a 30th anniversary edition, and I
30 years.
30 years.
Holy
I
smokes!
cannot wait to pick that up and watch it on Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray with your Power Glove.
And I'm gonna dig out my Power Glove. I should have brought it. Should have brought it today.
That's awesome. That's really good. Does make me feel pretty old that movie's 30 years old, though,
Yeah, no doubt. Hey.
which means that Super Mario Bros. 3 is going to be 30 years here. Because that
Oh yeah.
movie was basically one advertisement for Super Mario
Right.
Bros. 3.
Right. Yeah.
Great
It was
game.
heavily produced by Nintendo.
Yes, very much so. Well, that's cool. That's good to
You know
hear.
what I always wanted from that movie? I always wanted that metal case you would open up and take your Power Glove out of.
Right, right. It's so bad.
What else do you have for us, Rob?
Well, also, the Apple Arcade came out
Mm-hmm.
on the 19th. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad.
Okay.
I really, really thought something bad was going to happen with it, or it was going to cause cancer or something like that. It's really good. Like it's got 70 games or over 70 games after on
Holy
launch
crap.
there.
Okay.
You get a free month trial if you do it. If you start up right now, you get the free month, and it goes to $5.99 Canadian because Ryan and I are Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell we're very polite,
Hey.
and there's no do to boot it.
New dude booty.
So with iOS 13 rolled out the same day for the iPhones, and I paired my Bluetooth controller with it first day. My PS4 Bluetooth controller worked great, no problems at all. So I was playing Shantae, the new Shantae there, and the controller, no problems. Sonic Racing, same thing. There's a couple of Way Forward games like that's Spider Swords and Shantae. They've got Sonic Racing played really well. Honestly, like they're all really good games. The price point's amazing.
And
So I
so
would recommend.
they're gonna be like swapping them through, or they just have they really talked about that?
Well, they haven't. The fact there's 70, I think they're going up to about 100 at a time there. So there's still
Oh,
some more coming.
okay.
It really is. Now, I mean, the downside with it is you have to buy them through Apple Arcade. So you pay the $5.99 a month. You can't just buy them if you don't have Apple Arcade. You can only download them if you've paying the monthly subscription.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But you
so
can. These
these games aren't in the store at all.
no, well, they're in the store. You go through the store to get them,
Okay.
but you can't click on. If you go to buy, it says you have to subscribe to Apple Arcade.
Okay.
They don't have a separate Apple Arcade app, which was interesting. I thought they might do that, but they're all through the App Store still.
Yeah, I wasn't being bored earlier by your talking. I was talking about this reminded me that I hadn't upgraded my phone yet. So I just started that while we're doing
Yeah, excellent, excellent. So if
old
you start
puck.
flickering, it's because your internet's starting to it's kind of
Oh no,
saturated. We
no,
got it. We got it.
no, there won't be any trouble with that.
But yeah, I've also I mean, it's great. It's such a good value. The price point is perfect, and the games are really good. I mean, they're not. There's only a couple that I'd even call like a triple A kind of game,
Hmm.
but they're all at least in the double A tier in my mind, where it's they're good. You'll get a lot of good gaming out of it. The Exit the Gungeon's actually done really well as well.
Okay.
I suggest anyone who has the ability to try it because it's got the same kind of humor. You're escaping. You're going up, trying to exit the dungeon. So it's really well done. Like there's a lot of value in this. I'm going to keep up with it for sure. So give it
Now,
a try, folks.
so now you're just playing those games on your phone?
Yes,
Okay.
I will get to more about that later.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, yep, because that's in another topic. See if you can guess what it is, folks. See if you can guess.
Um, Something else we should mention. This week, the Epic Games Store um, gave away 6 Batman games, the 3 Arkham titles and the 3 Lego Batman titles. And yeah, just because it was Batman week this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's all you had to do was have the launcher and you could go download them.
Yep, it's Epic is basically giving away the farm at this point. They have two free games usually every week.
Yeah.
You just go and you get them. They're going to give away their whole inventory at this point. You will never have to pay for an Epic game.
I think they're hoping to just keep signing new people and just like
In their
trying to
launcher,
keep trying to keep ahead of that boulder rolling after them.
do you use the Epic launcher at all?
Um, no, but
Just
it was
so
on my
bad.
computer because um I had downloaded oh my god, why can't I think of their biggest game right now? Fortnite. Um, I downloaded Fortnite like when it first came out, and, and stop flossing. Stop it. Um, yeah, and I tried it. Really wasn't my jam.
Yeah.
Not my jam at all.
Did you get
And
teabagged?
well, no,
No.
no, I did get shot and pickaxed, and
Sure. Fair enough. Yeah.
yeah, it'd be I to go off on a tangent. I'd like Fortnite a lot better if the building wasn't in it.
Yes. Yeah.
That and I know that's what makes it different and what everyone loves about it. But yeah, not a fan.
I hear you. I hear
But
you.
yeah, so I went to install the store and it just updated it, and suddenly I was in there and downloaded those out of those 6 games, and I'm gonna check it every week now. Just
Definitely. Why wouldn't you? They had. Can you hear the squeaking of my earphones? It's kind of rubbing against my head here.
no,
Okay.
I heard when you just moved your headphones there, but
Right. Right. It's just squeaking because I've got a large melon. We both have larger than normal melons. Yeah.
yeah. So Epic Game Store. I mean, people have been talking about how they're better because they're giving a lot of developers a lot more money for their games, and they're locking down all these exclusives. I think I think Borderlands 3 last week when it came out was a on PC was a Epic Store exclusive. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember reading that somewhere.
It is. It is. As was another game we're going to talk about, the Untitled Goose Game.
Oh,
If you wanted
okay.
it on PC, it was Epic Game Store only.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Unless
Um,
I'm wrong. I know it's on the Epic Game Store. Hopefully, people watching don't actually fact check me on that. But if I was wrong, tell me in the comments below.
yeah. Please. Please.
You'd also
Um,
want to talk about some cheap Switch games. The article you posted
yeah.
about the people lowering the prices, having the big sales.
So I reposted the Kotaku article to our page there this week about developers like doing these crazy sales on games for the Switch. And I I'm falling right into the trap that they're setting,
Hmm.
where you see it for 69 cents or 89 cents, and you're like, oh my God, that was a $30 game. Like, there's
Yep.
got to be some extra value in it or something. I think we both bought that. I bought that Super Beat Sonic, I think it's
Yep.
called,
Me
and
too. Me
because it
too.
was 99 cents, I think, or
Hmm.
dollar something, and yeah, it turned out to be a rhythm game.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Which makes sense when you look back at it now.
yeah, yeah. And but you know what? I played it for about half hour. That's definitely a dollar's worth of entertainment.
Sure.
Um, this week I picked up one game because it was 49 cents. It's called Clock Simulator,
That
and
sounds pretty riveting right there.
yeah, it's riveting stuff. It no, it it too is kind of a rhythm game.
Hmm.
Every level it has something to do with like moving time
Clocks.
forward. Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
yeah. So like the first level, it's a second hand and it'll light up, and right when it gets to the end, you got to hit your button to move it a second, and then yeah. So you got to do it 60 times,
Okay.
and then they score you on that, and then the next level is like a different clock, and it's like a digital one, and like you gotta yeah. I've definitely got 49 cents worth of value out of it.
Well, that's good. That's good. But really, it makes a good point in the article about if you're a smaller developer
Hmm.
on the Switch, it is very hard to get noticed. Like they have pages and pages and pages. Like they
Yeah,
don't really break things down into categories. And if you have a sale, you might get onto the great deals page and at least get yourself noticed.
exactly, exactly. And
Otherwise, if you're not a big developer, you're not going to get on there.
they also talk about devaluing games though too, because
Yes.
they don't want people who've paid full price for these games, feeling burned that if they just would
Hmm.
have waited a little while. Um, so it's a delicate balance that they're trying out. But I mean, I'll look at these games. I'll check out the videos and/or picture, and if it looks super kiddie, I don't pick it up.
Hmm.
Or I find there's a lot of like um, four-player like party type
Yeah,
games
you
that
bet.
are in there too. And if it's those, I don't pick those up either. Um, but yeah, I've picked up some puzzle ones, and I've always tried them out. And if they're, you know, I always get like at least a dollar. I'll pretty much blind buy it if it's around a dollar, dollar 50, anything below a dollar. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. Kind of wish more stores would do stuff
Yes,
like this.
absolutely. For us cheap buggers.
So I think we've covered all our news.
Yeah, that's all the news people care about. There's nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. We got
No,
it all.
I think so.
Absolutely. No. No. So what you playing this week, fella?
Had kind of a quiet week in gaming. Just busy with life, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one thing I did take a second chance on was Dr. Mario World for the iOS. And I tried it for 15 minutes when it first came out, and I was like, "What is this garbage? This is not my Dr. Mario." And I uninstalled it, and
Mm-hmm.
but I had with my job, waiting is sometimes very much a part of it. And I was just looking for something to kill the time this week, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back and give this a try." And you know what? If you look at it not as what wanting a mobile Dr. Mario, it's actually a pretty challenging puzzle game, and I like it. And
Oh,
you know
good
what? I,
stuff.
I put it into rotation with my other stuff that I play, like oh, like um, the Candy Crushes and things like that, because you get 5 lives. So if you got 3 or 4 of those games, you can play your 5 lives, move on to the next one, play your 5 lives, and if if you got a lot of time to kill, by the time you get 3 or 4 games, there's a life available in the first one.
That's right. And you know what? Lots of gaming podcasts talk about the Red Dead Redemptions and the things like that. We're filling in a void. People need to hear about the mobile iOS games.
mobile
That's
iOS.
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, yeah. To hell with AAA titles.
Triple A? No, thank you.
Doctor Mario World.
That's right. That's right.
Now, something interesting. This week, the Mario Kart Mobile finally launches. So I'll be really interested to see how that. I've done a little bit of reading, not too much. I kind of want to be more surprised and like try it myself before
Sure.
I get my opinion uh, tainted.
I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it's got a long legacy of good games that hopefully Nintendo can live up to.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well, so I got to mention with that Super Mario Run. Like, you know, I liked that game, but and I've definitely caught up in the hype. But looking back, man, like it was 12.99, wasn't it, to buy that? You could try the level free, and then it was 12.99 to play that game, like
Something
to
like that. Yep.
play the full game.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously think that was the most I'd ever spent on a game for my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's no replay value to it. Like they had an event shortly after it came out, um, where they added like a new mode, but
Mm-hmm.
there hasn't been anything since then. That game's got to be 2 years old now, at least.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Once you beat it, going for the other coins, some of them are so
Yeah,
absolutely hard to get. It just wasn't worth it. Even the elite gamers that we are.
yeah.
Do you see these headsets?
Once
Only
again,
gamers wear.
7.1, 7.1 audio.
7.1.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
6.1 more than.
Oh, I thought I heard something behind me.
Oh,
Um, so the only other thing I've really had time to play this week is No Man's Sky. I know I was talking about it last week, how it's
mm-hmm.
kind of intriguing me, but I'm fully into it. That's I had a chance to go play some other stuff, but I actually wanted to play this. It it's a it's a f- it's like a fun, relaxing, like just tranquil game. Like I don't know how else to, I mean, you start out you've crash landed, and you always gotta like refill your environmental suit so you don't die. I know.
So you don't, die. That's
Yeah, and
very
you got to
important.
replenish your health and things like that. But there's no monsters chasing you. You're not going to kill 20 zombies to you're building a base and you're trying to figure out the mystery of how come the aliens seem to be helping you, but but from an arm's length. And
Okay,
yeah,
well, that
it's
sounds
really
pretty good.
it is. Like I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. Um, I haven't had a chance to break out the VR for it yet. Uh, it's kind of a I mean, as much as I love the PSVR, it's always kind of a I gotta know I got a certain amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta move stuff around in the living room, and
Your kids
whereas
whack you over the head while you're playing it,
yeah,
or is that
yeah,
just at my place?
no, that
Okay,
that happens
okay,
here too. They think it's funny to give you a poke while you're
that's right. While you're fighting the zombies,
yeah, yeah.
don't
Someone's
have
gonna
kids,
get
people.
someone's
Don't.
gonna get hurt.
It's not worth it.
Um, but yeah, I as usual, I'm on the cutting edge of gaming. But I mean, the big update just came out, the 2.0, and people are basically saying it's a brand new game. So,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. There's a lot more people giving it a chance now because, to their credit, the publisher has just, or the developer has taken a game and actually listened to the people and brought in a bunch of
mhm.
things that actually people had asked for, and they've turned it into a good game. And they're not charging any more for it. It's
No, no, that I'm like that's the thing. I bought a used physical copy, and I think I got it for $20.
mhm.
I mean, I've been watching for it to go on sale on the PlayStation Store for forever, and it just never drops below like the $30-$40 mark, and not enough for me to. to hop in there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can recommend it.
Excellent.
I'll put my stamp on that.
Bam.
What so have you been playing, Rob?
Well,
Fill us in.
speaking of epic gaming, which I am an epic gamer, I've been playing a little game called Untitled Goose Game. Finally came out September 20th, and man, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's it's the best way to describe Epic Goose Game. For those who don't know about it, somehow they've missed everything on it. It's a stealth-based puzzle game, and you're a goose. And the art style is very the color it almost seems a little bit like a Tintin world. You know Tintin from the old
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
Absolutely.
everything kind of looks like that. You've got this list of things like grab the keys from the gardener and steal a kid's glasses, and you're a goose, and you control. You got a honk button. You got a flap your wings button. It's actually on sale right now for the Switch in the Switch store for the first week or whatever it is. I really recommend doing it, especially if you have people you can play it with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more fun when you have people helping you solve the puzzles and everything. And my kids are all very excited to, make the goose honk and grab the things. And it's a lot of fun. It is definitely worth the money. They've done a great job with it. It's a great game.
It's funny. Like we've been talking about this silly game for
Forever.
a very long. Like we saw the first preview. Oh, it's got to be over a year ago now. And
Yep.
like it's like, oh my god, this looks like the most amazing game ever. I did pick it up, but I let my wife play it last night, and we all, like you were saying, we all sat around and we were helping her and
Oh, it's a great game.
just laughing
Yep.
so hard because that that poor farmer in the first level there, that groundskeeper, and when my wife there is getting frustrated with the game, she just go honk at the gardener, and
Yep.
he just stands there going question mark above his head with his hand.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's great stuff. I can't wait to play it some more.
Yep, it's good job. Good job. Anyone who can get it, it's on the Epic Game Store. It's on Switch. Go get it. Go get it. And other than that, a lot of Sega Genesis Mini, which I just talked about earlier.
Okay.
A lot of Strider.
Oh man.
Because I'm determined I'm going to do better than I can. With save states, I'm trying to beat it. It's just not going well. It's a hard game.
It is. Back in the day, I put so many quarters into that game in the arcade,
Mhm.
and yeah, that just for that alone almost makes me want to just get it. Like just
Go
for
do
that,
it.
I
Go do it. Do it.
do it.
Do it.
Now.
You need another little mini just cluttering up your the
Yeah.
top of your TV stand there.
So actually, I thought of something after we were done, talking about it in the news there.
Mhm.
Aren't they in Japan also? Can't you buy the Mega Tower or whatever it's called?
The Tower of Power, they call it.
The
Yes.
Tower of Power, right?
You bet. So the Tower of Power, for those who don't remember how Genesis did things, you had the Genesis. Then you had the add-on, which was the Sega CD. In this case, it's the Model 1, which the Genesis sat on top of, and had the sliding drawer. Then the 32X was the 32-bit adapter you got for the Genesis, which went into the cartridge slot. And that whole thing, people used to call the Tower of Power, because they each had their own power supplies. They were all bricks, so you couldn't get them all in one power bar. And the 32X was finicky as all get out. But so you can buy these adapters in Japan. And basically all they do is they fit their molded pieces of plastic. They look really good. They look just like the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You pop them into your Genesis. It just reminds you of if you were one of the Sega people back in the day, that just how bad everything went together back in the day. They were determined they weren't going to launch another system. They're going to keep adding on peripherals. They were going to keep adding on. And yeah, the 32X at the end point there, they basically launched it, and then the Saturn was almost immediately after, so they didn't sell many. And the Sega CD had some great games, but So there was some thoughts that maybe they would put some Sega CD or Sega 32X games on this Genesis Mini at some point, but they have not done that. So,
Hmm.
and for anyone who says it's a different system, it was not. It was not. They were accessories for the Genesis. You could not take a 32X, pop it on the floor, plug it in, and put a game in. It would do nothing. It would just sit there as an expensive paperweight, which is what some people call the 32X anyway. That's another story.
Is that what's making you grumpy this week, or do you have something else for us?
Nope, nope. I got something better than that. So
Okay.
hot takes. Hot takes here on the, what do we call our show? You Can't Teach an Old Gamer New Tricks. It's the fourth show,
Wow.
people.
Wow.
We're really getting into this.
Yeah. Way to stay on brand, Rob. Way to stay on brand. Well, I've been drinking. What's the name?
Right.
What's the name of our show again? Hey, who's this guy on my computer? Hi. Hey,
fella, how you doing? So with that excellent segue, because we're broadcasting experts here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what was anything making you grumpy there, guy?
Actually, just a news story I just saw yesterday. I was gonna actually claim a no grumpy week. Nothing. It was a slow news week and nothing that made me grumpy. But I, yeah, I read something yesterday that makes me a little grumpy. Somebody tore apart the new Nintendo Switch Lite, which you knew was gonna happen,
Mm-hmm.
and they discovered that they're using the same analog sticks in the Nintendo Switch Lite that they currently use in the Joy-Cons, which have the drifting issue after too much use.
Yep.
Yeah, so they had a chance to fix everything and they decided not to. So now, okay, here's where the grump part comes in. Um, Now, your Joy-Con dies and you've used it quite a bit. You don't feel so bad just going out and buying a new pair of Joy-Cons. What are you going to do now when that when your analog stick starts drifting?
Yep. If
You,
Nintendo won't take it back, you're.
yeah, you're going to have to get it paid to get it repaired. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to do it under warranty, then you got to send your Switch back, and they don't guarantee, that you're any of your save data. I guess that's not as big of an issue now because so much of it is cloud saved. But
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, like Nintendo, they drop the ball so many times on things. But I still love them.
Yep. Yep. They're just a little bit different, but you can't stay mad at them.
um I won't talk much about it. Also, with Joy-Cons and things like that. I will mention there's an article up on our page about the D-pad and how Nintendo won't give us a D-pad Joy-Con. Come
Yep.
on, Nintendo. Come on. Just that, that,
Yeah. I'd
that,
love to know
that.
the stats of how many people actually would use one little Joy-Con when they're playing with friends. Because I know that's always been the thing is that, oh, well, you need to have the
Yeah, you need to have
things there because they're
the button.
buttons because you're playing with this. But the Joy-Con is like, well, this is very useful to people who
Yeah. I know this isn't a Joy-Con, but it feels very much like this.
yeah, and like anyone who's got hands bigger than an 8-year-old, it's very hard to use it. And most people will use they'll either put them together in the dog bone thing, or they're going to use a pro controller or a wired controller, which you can get for
Hmm.
$20, $25. It's why not make one with a D-pad in it, right?
Yeah.
Is that your ding or my ding?
I don't know. Someone dinged. um,
I guess the fries are done,
the
right?
fry.
A timely meme reference. You see that? It's really good.
Um,
We're with it.
Honestly, I can say that a total of maybe 3 times, and it was just when the Switch came out, like just to show
Mm-hmm.
people, like bring it out, set it up while we're at coffee. I'm like, hey, let's try this, play for 5 minutes, like maybe a grand total of 20 minutes. I've
Yep.
actually played with the controller like that because it's tiny, it's too tiny. So that's what makes me grumpy this week.
It's a good grump.
Just, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys. Come on.
And they'll still sell millions of them.
Yeah. And we'll still buy them because
It's
we're
true.
suckers.
That's right.
And then they'll keep doing things like the rechargeable, well, not rechargeable, but the battery packs for Joy-Cons that they put out when ARMS came out, because you're going to be using your Joy-Cons a lot more. But these battery packs took batteries. You put AA's into the battery pack to power your Joy-Con. Not
Mm-hmm.
rechargeable.
Nope.
Bah. I'm just bah
Should we move on here before you have a
bah.
stroke here? Okay.
No. I want to talk about their voice chat now.
Freaking Nintendo. Go for it. Go
No.
for it. No? Okay. Okay.
No, we'll have a 3-hour podcast of just me
It's true.
listing off Nintendo's bad moves over the years. And
no one's listening at this point anyway.
Yeah.
They all, yeah.
Hashtag send Rob $20.
That's true. Please send me $20.
So, Rob, what's making you grumpy this week?
So what's making me grumpy this week? Well, it's part B of my story from before about the Apple Arcade.
All right.
Because I heard about this earlier and I was really excited, and I actually bought a new iPad, one of the new Air 3s, I guess they're called, because my old iPad came over on the Arc, and I was all excited. Apple Arcade's coming. I'm going to be able to sync the thing, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Well, Apple announces that when September 19th, when they launch Apple Arcade, their new premier gaming system, just on phones. You had to wait till September 30th to play it on the Apple TVs or the iPads or the Macs. The people who game on Macs, there's some of them out there.
It happens.
Anyway.
It happens.
So I've got this, when I did all my testing with the controller, I had to prop my little phone up on the side or had it up on my knee or something just to test it out. And I'm like, this is really cool. I can't wait till I can see it. Can't wait till I can actually see what my character's doing on my... Now, that being said, I have to amend that grump because I was just reading just before the show, doing cutting-edge, up-to-date analysis of the stories you care about. They've moved it up to the 24th now.
Oh.
So in 2 days for the iPads, so the iPhones are getting iOS 13.1.
Mm-hmm.
And the iPads are getting iPad OS, and the TVs are getting TV OS because Apple's very good at naming things. The Macs will probably get Macs are Mac OS, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
And they're pushing it ahead because there's an unlock feature. There's a security exploit right now that people have discovered on the unlocks for your phones. So 13.1 is going to fix that, and the rumor is that it's being pushed out because big security hole.
Right.
But it means that for the iPads and the Apple TVs, you're going to be able to get your hands on some sweet Apple Arcade action, and using the Bluetooth pairing for the controllers works really well. So looking forward to that.
I got a question. A hard pressing question.
Excellent. Yes.
Not really. So the case you have for your iPad.
Yes.
Does it allow you to stand it up? The case.
Yes.
Is it one
I made sure it did. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because
for that exact reason.
Right. Because that would have sucked.
Yeah. I'm also thinking of maybe getting myself one of the newer Apple TVs because it'll sync to that as well, and it really is the best way to play it on the. Once all the people send Rob $20. Hashtag $20.
Hashtag send Rob $20. Not before you send hashtag Ryan $5.
That's right. We're not using hashtags, right? But we're old. So you're going to have to forgive us for that.
Hashtag we're old.
Hashtag we're old. Yep. That's another stellar podcast right there.
Another stellar. Yeah, we're Lucy, we're Goosey. Just all over the place. Love it. Oh, you know what? If you know us, it's like having a conversation with us anyway. So
that's right. This is what we are. We're not putting on any sort of show. This is what we would be doing if we weren't recording it. So
yeah, we just we thought it'd be fun to share this with people. So, are we gonna? We had talked about this, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are we officially launching on the podcast circuit after this one?
I believe so.
I think
So
we had talked about that, right?
yeah,
I want to get a couple under our belt, and then yeah, you can actually look for us on hopefully
the iTunes or the
tentatively.
podcast app.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can launch on Spotify. We're gonna see if we can.
but we'll be on iTunes for sure, and then maybe Android and wherever else will take us.
Yeah, we'll post links if we do actually successfully get on any of that.
Yeah,
So you can download us, take us on the go while you work out, while you're shopping for groceries, cruising around town, getting up to all manner of shenanigans. You can listen to us.
right, yeah. All right.
Yeah, if you really want to. I want. There's better things to listen
Yeah,
to.
there's way better things to listen to. I mean, I don't listen to our own podcast.
No, we don't even edit it. We just pop it straight on. It's
Yeah.
like, this is more gold for the people.
More gold for the people. All right, Rob. Well, again, thank you everyone for who does listen to us and has supported our little podcast here. Rob, you got anything you want to say in closing?
Nope. Thank you very much again. And if you like what you see, share it with people.
Yeah.
Get us out there, and yeah, we appreciate you all listening. All giving us a chance here. So
We put a little challenge out on our on the Facebook page there this week, just to have people add one person, just to double our. And we got some new subscribers. So, if you like us, come on over to the Facebook page. It is fb.me, the grumpy, and then / the grumpy old gamers, and on the old YouTubes, we are the grumpy old gamers. It's got to be the in front of there, because
it's true.
Yeah, we are the. Nope, that's an extra E. With the grumpy old gamers.
That's right. The grumpy old gamers.
All right, Rob, we've rambled on long enough.
I think so.
All right, get off my lawn. Just go. You're just always on my lawn, Rob. Just goodbye.
I hit the wrong damn button. How do I stop this? There we go.